Creating a new broadcast. Here we go. So, I am streaming. Technically, I'm streaming. So I need to, let me see, I shall just quickly whack up grab a link. Let's grab a link. Oh, controller connected. It's not what I was after. Do 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 do. Far Cry Primal, if you've joined or if you are joining, before I get a chance to quickly grab the link and slap it out on Twitter, because that's what I'm trying to do here. Also, oh no, let's have a look. Yes, I can hear me. Awesome stuff. So let me fire that up if I can. For I need to grab the link to slap it out onto Twitter. Let me share that one. That's it, that's the one. Oh, I might as well do it from here, hadn't I? I am going live with Far Cry Primal on Google Stadia. Run. First look. It's not really a first look. I've played it twice before. I love this game. So I've got to go all the way back to the beginning. It doesn't have progression by the look of things. Not that I'd expect it to be fair. Where are you, camera? There you are. Going live. Rokk, that's me, is going live. Should we put up a little, should we put a little popcorn symbol or something? I wonder if I, oh there it is, good, we've got a link, let's do it, let's just send the darn thing. Right, there it goes. And now we can shut that down. And I can focus on you lovely people. I just need to close Twitter down. There we go. And OBS is running. You should be able to hear me. We won't know just yet whether you can hear the game because it's quiet. I've put it on quiet mode. But I should be looking at the game. You see, there's the game. You see how that works? Right, let's do this. Let's do it. So, Far Cry Primal. What can one say about Far Cry Primal? It's a Far Cry game, but it's like no other Far Cry game. Little shadow of the mic there. This was like a side, from what I understand, this was like a side project that one of the Far Cry studios played with while they were knocking up the next Far Cry at the time. And it's at the time I think it was pilloried by Far Cry aficionados because it kind of they repurposed some maps or something. I mean, quite honestly, I think that's petty because it is totally different from any Far Cry that ever existed. And of course, they rebooted Far Cry from Origins and they sort of implied that Far Cry... No, I'm thinking Assassin's Creed. What an idiot. Good job nobody's watching. But then he rode up. So Far Cry, here we go. This is released on Stadia overnight for me, 4 p.m. Pacific, for anyone on the Pacific West Coast. If you've never seen the game, it's set in... I'm certainly not doing survivor mode. Stuff that. Wow, who the hell would want to do that? And I'm going to go with easy because I've played it so many times. The rest of it we're going to go with. Let's do the new game. How do we do this? A to start. There's an initial cutscene which sets the scene with a cut. Look at that. That's in the Lascaux Caves in France. My daughter has just finished her degree in archaeology, ironically. Wild horse, an extinct wild horse. Here we go. 2013. So there you go. It was obviously came out in 2016. There's a little hint. We're going back, Victorians, Georgians, going all the way back to the Middle Ages. Oh, we can hear the monks. There we go. And now it's Valhalla. There we go. Just went past Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Primo, hi, my friend. Oh, yes. I've got to be doing the easy modes. Too many games and not enough life left, my friend. So easy every way. Here we go. 10,000 BCE. I forget what BCE stands for. Before current era, I think it means. It's the kind of non-religious mode, which is good in my mind. So this is the cutscene that starts off back in 10,000 BCE. Yeah, I wonder what the world looked like in Hawaii at that time, Primo. Whether it was higher or lower. Because, of course, Ice Age would have soaked up a lot of water. So it may well have been that there was more land. It may even have connected onto a continent somewhere. I don't know. I have to look into that. Wenja. Wenja's the name of their tribe. Let me know if either myself or the RJ, hello! Just let me know if the mic or the game are too loud or too quiet, and I'll boost either. So like all Far Cry and Assassin's Creed games, they put a huge amount of research into the game. Of course, Prehistoric, we've got absolutely zero written record of anything that happened. So, you know, all of that's completely fictitious. But the animals, the flora and the fauna, and the conditions at the time, I mean, they're all accurate. Ubisoft's favourite mechanic of an animal companion that flies around the place, a la Assassin's Creed, makes a play. Ubisoft presents. Thank you. Thanks, RJ. So I've just rearranged my studio here. I've completely shifted all the furniture, and having completed it and tested the camera and stuff, I thought, what the heck, I've keep going on about how brilliant Far Cry Primal is. I should stream it. So here we go. This isn't Melon, Primo. This is OBS. The reason being, I'm streaming, or technically I should be streaming at 1440-60, and Melon caps out at 1080, but the compression when you're anything fast moving is just not great for a game, to be fair. So this should be pretty darn good. I'm bumping it out at over 21,000 bits. I'm just looking down here at the stats. No drop frames, 60 frames per second. So yeah, you should be getting a pretty darn good rendition of the game. As always, amazing graphics, and we're talking 6 years ago. 6 years, yeah, 6 years ago. So this is us. Now I know he comes to a bit of a sticky end, no matter what he tries here, so... And my last spear, well, that's useless. We got him though. At one point in the game, oh, what do you mean I failed? I've got anywhere yet. At one point in the game, you actually become a woolly mammoth or a mastodon, and I can't remember what. So I have to press. It's basically the tutorial part of the game. And he rode up. Let's get him right in the eyeball. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, now he's going to get us. Now I know from having played this that the concept is. Whoops. Are we down so? No, I think we attack our. Have you ever seen the game? Yeah, I mix and match, to be fair, Primo. It depends what quality I'm trying to achieve and if I can be bothered to set everything up and stuff. So when I'm doing pure game streaming, I like this, I tend to go OBS. But because my only regular stuff is the talk show stuff, it's just easier for cameras. I used to do everything in OBS and push it to its limits and try all sorts of stuff. Crouch to avoid detection. I think we've already been detected. Right, okay, come on, focus, Rob. So what time is it where you guys are? It's just gone past midday where I be. Okay, I'm going to crouch. I'm going to stay crouched and follow Dalso this time. Here we go. Postman just walked past my window. Had a little sneaky peek in, he did. He should go on YouTube if he's that interested. Oh no, you can hear the postman talking to the wife. That's not in the game. Okay, come on. Come on, Dalso, let's get them. Let's get our dinner sorted here. Prehistory is the... you're UK as well, RJ. Of course you are, my friend. Yeah, lunchtime. I normally grab some lunch at Papa Bear. How are you, Idris? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I normally have my lunch around now as well, to be honest. But I'll forego that for you fellas. Right, stay crouched. Dalso, I'm crouched. Yeah, prehistory's my thing. And also my daughter, who literally Monday finished her degree in archaeology. So we went out for a big old slap up, hugely expensive meal last night to celebrate. Where we did actually talk about Neanderthals for a bit, and she informed me that unlike humans, unlike the humans that we know that came up from Africa, apparently the Neanderthals never developed the pocket. They were pocketless. All the clothing that's ever been found was devoid of pockets, so not much co-op for holding their mobile phones, I thought. So it's probably why they went extinct. That was one of the questions in her final exam. In your opinion, why did Neanderthals go extinct? She put it down to climate change, which is interesting. She said they've never been found that far north in cold climates, and that the incursion of the Ice Age almost did for them. I'm not so sure. I think there were other factors at play, but she's the trained archaeologist and I'm not. Fellow Brit. Yes. You're going to drop the clip when you found my channel. Oh, okay. Is it clippable? Has it got something worth watching? Oh, hello! Look at this dude. Old saber-toothed tiger. Old saber-toothed cat. Wow. You just can't imagine how the amount of animals that existed then, that they've all perished. A lot of them died again through climate change after the Ice Age, but equally most of them, I think we did them. We got rid of them. Right, this is the bit now where I get separated from the tribe. Dre, how are you? How are you, my friend? Good to see you. So Far Cry Primal became available yesterday on Stadia, or this morning in Europe. Far Cry Primal kicks off. And if you have Ubisoft Plus, then it's there in your account. You don't have to do anything. If you don't, I think I'm right in saying it's about $30, which, to be fair, for a 6-year-old game is probably pushing it a bit. But I would sit it out for a couple of weeks. I'm sure they'll drop it down. Excuse me for the rather bloodthirsty screen there, if you're having your lunch. Ah, when you found Papa Bear's channel. Gotcha. That's his brother, I think. So his brother's perished, and I think he gets. I can't remember how. Well, we'll watch. But if you've ever seen the film 10,000 BC, is it 10,000 BC or 10 million BC? Either way, hugely historically inaccurate film with Rokk Welsh. There he goes. He's finishing his brother off. I can't remember the length of the game. I have played it twice, but I think it's a fair length, 40 or 50 hours. Yeah, they are permanently on sale. It's quite true, RJ, and that's why I'm saying to sit it out for a few days. It will be on sale. All right, usual RPG elements involved. I don't know yet what we've got to look at. Oh, here we go. So a little bit of a map. We craft all this stuff to get weapons and things. It's brilliant. Brilliant game. Tons of skills to unlock, which, I don't know if you can see it, they're a bit greyed out, but there are characters. I'm pointing at the screen as if you can see me. Let me do it this way. There are characters greyed out. There are 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 characters. And as you form allies with those characters, kind of standard Far Cry stuff, you unlock various skills. This is your pack. All of this stuff's needed to craft things. 14 and a half hours. Oh, I think it's longer than that. I mean, to be fair, it's like all games, isn't it? If you want to speed run something, you can crack on and get it done. But I'm 180 hours in Valhalla. Now, I know that Kumnar completed it in 160 hours because I can look on the Ubisoft Connect and it shows you all the stats. And he's achieved more than I have in various parts. So it goes to show, it depends how much you want to race through it and get stuff done and go for the key things. But I'm telling you, you can get a lot of hours out of this. Yeah, no, Primal, that's right. I know a lot of people prefer to buy them. I took it out because I largely play Ubisoft games. I mean, that's kind of predominantly what I play. I've got to gather resources to craft a bow, so I need some alder wood. And with Far Cry 6 and Watch Dogs Legions coming out, it just made more financial sense at that time. Since then, they've dropped in price. And I noticed that Valhalla's coming out as part of the new PlayStation Plus Premium, which I've got by default because I already had PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, so they aggregate them. And I noticed that Valhalla, with 180 hours, is coming out as part of the actual pack of games that you get initially. So that's an interesting thing. It'd be interesting to see if they've carried over cross-progression. They should do, because it's Ubisoft Plus. So there's a rudimentary element of Ubisoft Plus coming out with the new PlayStation Plus Premium, etc. launch, which I think in the US and lots of the Europe, I need some more slate, is early June, 3rd of June, I think. So yeah, there's going to be a baby version of Ubisoft Plus, and then later they're going to widen it out with all the other games. But you can go either way. You can the price of these games, if you get them in the sales, you're absolutely right. You can, absolutely nail it. So, right, I now have to go and craft my bow, and there it is. So we'll craft it. Make sure I've got it selected. There we go. Wow, excellent stuff. So we now have a bow. Are you seeing? Can you see the screen? Okay. By the way, it's not too dark. I can increase the brightness. Hey, Zero Games, how are you? Thanks for joining. Very good to see you. Yeah, it's not cheap, I agree. I mean, it's about, I think I'm paying, because it's the usual thing, you get in early, you get the old legacy rate. I think I'm paying about $15, something like that. Hunting. To hunt effectively, approach your prey slowly and press B to crouch. Hold R3 to use your hunter vision and highlight nearby animals and blood trails. I'm actually using, just full confession, I'm using an Xbox controller. As you can see behind me, I do own Stadia controllers. It's just this was right next to me, and it works fine. Any controller that I've ever tried with Stadia has worked a treat. Hold R3 to use your hunter vision. Don't get too close. Da-dee-dee. So I've now got to go hunting. So the story is that I was out with my brother hunting mammoth, and he got killed, and I fell down a ravine and got separated from my tribe. So I've got to kind of find my way back. Right, okay, there's a deer. Oh, sorry mate, it's the end of him. I think. Follow the blood. Wow, he went some distance. We got there. Oh, that's our friend. It's dead. Bless it. Don't look. I can heal myself now with animal fat. So, Rokk, has you been a subscriber before the... Yes, indeed. You should be paying £12 a month. I am. I'm paying $11.99. I was trying to work out roughly what the dollar each would be. But yes. In fact, at one point, when they put the price up, it stopped working on Stadia for me. And it was okay for everyone else, but I had to go through Ubisoft and get it fixed. It took them weeks to get it sorted. But I'm kind of... So... What I essentially do is with my membership and ad revenue and thanks and super chats, it all goes. Initially, it went towards buying all my kit. So I've got a Canon EOS M2 camera, I've got an Elgato light, I've got an Elgato mic hidden away there. I've got a Logitech camera, a couple of monitors, the full kit. So initially, it paid for all that stuff. Now it pays for game purchases and the subscriptions. So I subscribe to GeForce Now. Actually, I have the GeForce Now basic account, and then GeForce themselves upgraded it to 3080 on the basis that I do occasional streaming. So I try and do some streaming with GeForce Now every week, but I tend to only do that on Twitch. So this account is primarily Stadia and other stuff. Ubisoft Plus, Game Pass. It's just it's the cloud gaming. So wherever I've got cloud gaming stuff, that's where I use the funds. So they don't go anywhere else. They don't go back into my illicit drugs habit, for example. Right, could we get that dude? Or do we? Yes, we need 3 goats. Oh, that was rubbish. Oh yeah, I remember now. I have to draw it back. There he goes. Yeah. So Valhalla, you just press it once and it fires. But with Far Cry Primal, which, as you can see, is a first-person shooter in the true sense of the word. Christopher, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Papa Bear Gaming doing good, sir. Yeah, excellent stuff. Thanks for sharing the breakdown of your gaming-related income. Yeah, no, that's no worries at all. I am always open and honest. No problem at all. I mean, I don't. What I literally did when I started this as a hobby during lockdown, really. I mean, I started streaming February 20, I believe, just after. Is it February? Yeah, just after. A couple of months after Stadia had come out, obviously. And I set up a separate bank account, and the money goes into there. I don't make huge. I mean, I was doing, at one point, I was doing exceptionally well. It was a couple of $100 a month, but that's dropped right down post-COVID with people going back to work and stuff. It's fair enough. Money is tight across the world, so my membership dropped from about 30 members down to now about 10, I think. So there was a hit there, but by that point I'd used all the money to buy the kit, and so now it just literally supports the subscriptions and supports the game purchases, occasional game purchases. I've got so many games come out on Steam and Epic and Stadia Pro and Game Pass and PlayStation Plus. I've no real massive need to buy games. So, yeah. But it's all good. Now, where's my final goat? In fact, if I put that on, I can see it down there. There we go. It should be an easy target. There it goes. Headshot, 10 XP. Turn that off. Okay, so that's our 3 goats. And we've automatic skinning by the look of things. The other thing I love about this game, by the way, none of the characters speak any known language. So this is really interesting, and I watched a documentary about the making of the game, and what the developers did was they researched contemporary languages that are based on ancient languages, and then they applied those to the game itself, a bit like, Klingon in Star Trek. It's kind of a made-up language. So all the characters speak in this language, which is subtitles, and there is no option. Yeah, it's not a proper Xbox controller though. As you can see, it's got a lead on it. It's a Logitech. No, not a Logitech. I don't know what it is. I can't read this close up. Anyway, it's not a real. It's got little bumpers on the bottom. So. But it does, they are all clicky, those Xbox controllers. Having said that, Stadia controllers can be quite clicky. Right, we've got to find shelter and light a campfire. It's not a survivor game. You haven't got like 2 hours to get this done, otherwise you're stuffed. But if this kind of period interests you at all, and you have to there's masses of progression. There's a really good story behind it. We haven't even started the story yet. All of that stuff. And if Far Cry, doing little tasks and things, if that's your bag, then I genuinely think you'll enjoy it. My guess is, and this is purely a guess, is that it's 1080p. I'm playing this on a 1440 monitor, and it looks a little bit wishy-washy. So my guess is that I don't think it was ever a particularly high resolution, and you don't have the option other than brightness in the video settings, which, as you know, is fairly standard for Stadia. But yeah, I'm just giving you some extra clicks. Right, let's find. There we go. Let's just focus here. Let's get up into this cave or this area. This is a thing. This is a thing that annoys me. Here we go. About the Victorians annoy me a lot, actually, because like the Romans, their culture, which a lot of the time was very peculiar, permeates to this day. And one of the legacies of the Victorians was their attitude towards what they called cave people, cavemen. And in reality, we have no concept that they lived in caves. All we have is some bones found in caves and some paintings that they did found in caves. Well, that's like saying in 100,000 years they find artwork in a museum, and then they end up calling us, museum people. We must have all lived in museums. It doesn't mean anything. And the reality is that they would have been nomadic. They would have followed the migration patterns of their prey, just as Native Americans or indigenous Inuit people would have done. They would follow the buffalo or the bison. I can now craft a club, folks. Awesome. Let's craft that club. There we go. And you can see that you've got one of two, so you can upgrade that one again before you then move on to some of the higher ranged bows. And this one, the club, you can upgrade 4 times as well. So yeah, all this whole caveman thing is just complete hogwash, as the Victorians would say. There was no evidence at all that they lived in caves, and in reality, there ain't that many caves around. There weren't that many people either. It's fair to say we're now at a world of, I think, about 8 billion people. I think I'm right in saying in 1950, right? So we're only going back. Oh yeah, you can set fire to your club as well, so you can use it as a light. In 1950, there was only something like 2 million people on the planet. I mean, just within our grandparents' lifetimes, let's say, within my parents' lifetime. So it's gone up exponentially. And then if you go back to the time of these people, it would have been in the hundreds of thousands. Either way, even in tribes of 10 or 20, there were no caves that big. There were one or two dotted about the place. But yeah, Primo, of course, when you were deployed out there, there are still nomadic tribes, particularly in and around Africa and the Middle East. And yeah, they go, they'll follow climate, they'll follow the food. And these guys would, they would have made camps as they went. They would have found local resources, and they would have built camps, and they would have satisfied them. They would have avoided winters as much as they could, although they would have migrated up and down, depending. So, I mean, there's even I watched a documentary the other week, and it was following. They were able to take the DNA of a prehistoric girl in Central Eastern Europe, and what they discovered is that she had migrated in her lifetime hundreds of times over hundreds of miles. So she would have migrated she'd gone almost from the Mediterranean up to the Alps and back at least once every year, which to me is a great, massive, obvious indication. So Dre says from 1950 on, they were human-producing people. yeah, they were also politically motivated to spread in certain parts of the world as well. We've got a lot to answer for as folk. Right, now what am I doing here? Hunter vision. I'm following Wenger tracks, so I think I have to burn this. Turn that off. Yeah, his torch can burn vines, so you can hear him speaking this language. It's amazing. Let's get rid of that. There it goes. And then we've got to follow the tracks of the Wenger. That's a saber-toothed tiger up there. We don't want to fall foul of that fella. We go down here following the tracks. Do we just... okay, this way. And then we have a vine that we can climb down. Not sure how that works. Not sure how that works with us carrying the... oh, we didn't need to anyway. That's all right. Yeah, I love social history as opposed to all the kings and queens and wars stuff, which doesn't interest me in the slightest. Elitist history. Social history interests me. What ordinary people were doing in their parts of the world at any point historically interests me. Ordinary folk. By and large, most of us at some point or another, slaves to somebody else. Hey, wolf! Killed by strong Wenger. Actually, look, his flipping torch is about to burn his fingers. We haven't got long to scare the wolves. I wonder if I move it around. No. Alright, where are those wolves? Oh, there. Uh-oh. I knew that was coming. Oh, whack it. Ooh. We've got the old... we're miles from our fire. Oh. Right, that's him down. Heal ourselves. And skin the wolf. Oh, another one. So yeah, I think you have to. I think you use animal fat to heal yourself. I forget now, to be honest. But we've got rid of most of the wolves anyway. That was lucky. We've got some meat. They definitely would have eaten raw meat. That still happens to this day. You just have a stronger gut with bacteria that's able to break down raw meat. I mean, yeah, people still eat tartare steak, don't they? I mean, it's a thing. I'm not a massive meat eater personally. Well, I'm not a meat eater much at all, really. Right, what's that? What is that? Oh, it's a Wenger bag, I think. Bones. Right. Let's have a look at our pack, see what we've picked up here. So and it tells you... No, it doesn't. I thought it told you what you needed to upgrade stuff. So yeah, you can see you've got various resources. Weapon resources for upgrading your weapons, obviously. Food for... Not just eating, actually. A lot of these things will give you perks. Like it says, craft the speed boost. So you can make recipes and use these ingredients. Yeah, I know. A lot of people do, PB. I'm not a lover of anything that's remotely like the animal that it once was. And my brother's the same. I had a relatively raw piece of meat in a meal once, and all I could taste was blood, and that's not for me. See, chicken I do, red meat I avoid mainly, pork I don't do massively, don't mind a little bit of fish. But I'm not a vegetarian either. I can't be doing with most vegetarian meals. I find them really bland. So yeah, I'm not a foodie, if I'm honest with you. Food doesn't do masses for me. I rarely go out for a meal. And then you've got your skins, which you use to build huts and armour and so on, I think. So where are we with the old skills front then? We can sprint and slide. We can set fires up. It does tell you what the other things are, but they're all locked. So each one of these individuals has different kinds of skills. So that she's all about the weapons. Your main man is all... This is you. He's all about survival skills. She's all about resources and recipes. He's all to do with... You see that there? That's your owl. You get an owl when you've unlocked that one. And you can use the owl to fly over. And eventually, you can use the owl to kill your enemies, which is great. Reminded me of Breakpoint, when you used to be able to send a drone and kill stuff, and then they stopped doing that. I used to just sit in a wood somewhere and send my drone in. It's brilliant. But you can do that with your owl. When it's fully leveled up, you can sit back. You can sit back in the woods and send your owl in, and one by one take out all your enemies. It's brilliant fun. Traps, different kinds of takedowns, and then these are special kind of skills. So yeah, it's cool updating or upgrading all this stuff. And what they don't show here yet, because we haven't got there, is you get another tab at some point, which is animals, and you can basically train animals as you come across them, and then they're like your companion as well as the owl. So you can have like a saber-toothed tiger that will go and do your bidding, and you can ride on it as well, so it can ride you to anywhere really fast. It's great. I just love this game. Oh hello, got a wolfie. Did I kill it? Let's get the well, he disappeared quick if I didn't. Oh, there it is. He's back for more. Wow. He's not having it, is he? That's the end of you, my friend. We need to heal ourselves quickly. There we go. Yeah, no, good point, Papa Bear. I mean, and also, I think you've only got most of the germs, as you know, the kind of potentially nasty bacteria is on the surface of the meat, any meat, other than chicken where you can get listeria. So as long as you just cook it off, sear it, just burn out the bacteria at that level, I think the rest of it's usually pretty good. But yeah, I mean, this is how they would have hunted, and they would have eaten there and then, taken their fill, and then taken whatever else was left over back to the tribe. Interestingly, not one to tell the women, by the way, but it turns out that mapping skills, the area of the brain used for mapping, which would have been absolutely essential if you were walking miles in a different direction every day. To look for food, you needed to map your way back and remember where you'd seen something. Mapping skills in men is the part of the brain is much more developed than in women. So, and it goes back to this prehistoric point. So whenever my wife says, "Oh, I can't," she turns right when it's obviously left, I just point this fact out. She doesn't like me pointing it out, but I can't help it. It's a fact. It's a scientific fact. Google it. Right, there's where we've got to go. Keep putting on the old senses. So what we're looking for is our tribe, I believe. Because as we know, we got separated. I should have probably just waited for the morning and gone. I mean, obviously it's more dangerous at night. I could climb up here. And we're at some sort of a cave by the looks. Ouch. Of course, certainly animals took shelter in caves, bear and lion. Do you know, this Cloudbusters, how are you, my friend? It's, I often think, truthfully, if you can go back post-Ice Age, pre-Roman, post-Ice Age, so there's that period of a couple of 100,000 years. I can't remember, actually, no, the Ice Age was, end of the Ice Age, I think it was 50,000 years ago. Romans are 3,000 years, the kind of the Roman Empire. So if you go back, say, 10,000 years, which is what this is, actually, you wouldn't have lived as long as we do, but you wouldn't have had the stresses of modern life. Well, I don't know. Who can say that, I suppose. What we know is now that the societies were a lot more intricate and supportive than we've ever painted them to be. And of course, intellectually, they were massively different from us today. Technologically, they were, but they were certainly capable of extremely intelligent thought. Yeah. My wife's called Sandra, so I call ours the San Nav, Papa Bear. The San for Sandra. She doesn't like that very much. Why can't I ignite weapons? Hold LB. Okay. Set on fire. Well, that's one way of doing it, I suppose. Right, so that gives us warmth and safety in the cave. Oh, look at this. Cave paintings. Wow. I think I'm right in saying that you can't actually view these anymore. You've got to, they're obviously, if you think about it, even things like if you're wearing an aftershave or an anti-deodorant, there's a chemical around you. And even those chemicals could form some form of damage for the painting. So it's very, very rare that anybody gets an opportunity to go in and have a look at them. So even the scientific community. So my daughter's thesis was comparing contemporary graffiti with prehistoric graffiti, i.e. this stuff. Graffiti being Latin, Roman, for writing on the wall, essentially. And she wanted to go and take photos in France at Lascaux, but they didn't even get back. That ain't happening. It ain't happening. Oh yeah, so we climb up here, have a little search around. But I think I'm right in saying the oldest paintings in the world that we're aware of that exist today are in Australia, from what we euphemistically call the Aboriginals. I don't believe they call themselves that anymore. Most of the ancient civilizations, societies, they've kind of embarked on, rightly so, a little rat thing, a process of reverting to the names that they would have historically called themselves, and not the names given them by predominantly white Europeans and largely, I'm ashamed to say it, imperialist Brits. I think I'm supposed to be exploring. I'll follow the Wenger tracks. There we go. But yeah, very proud of my girls. I never went to university. I didn't even stay at college for very long, so I pretty much went straight into work from school. And so they've done much better than their dad and their mum ever did. Swim. Thanks for watching, guys, by the way. It's great to see so many people. When I do these impromptu streams, I have no expectations. Sometimes I'm very lucky and I get somebody join. Other times I get a few people join, and that's always nice. What the heck? So I think it's a saber-tooth carrying its prey. Let's turn off the radar. We can swim, we can keep swimming, get past all of this. What's that up there then? There's a handprint. Oh, that's one of our dudes, I think. Let's get up and see if we can help him. Yeah, cutscene, checkpoint. Excellent. Yeah, so I think she's part of our race. And then the guys that she's killing is some kind of thuggish Neanderthal-like species, a subspecies, but there's no actual evidence that Neanderthals were any more violent than modern humans. In fact, the opposite is probably the case. And they weren't very tall either. They were fairly short. The average height of a Neanderthal was about 5'6", but they were very stocky. They were built to survive in harsher climates in Northern Europe. This is cutscene, by the way. That's why I'm able to talk and not play. Nasty looking dude. Look at those fangs. Sakwa. Always thought this would make a great sort of Netflix series or something, actually. It's got a great little story to it, which will emerge. You don't see the kind of main story for a little while. The land of Oreos. We're a long way from home, Toto.
Na Orrospi?
Palu, Sashwalim Shalam,
Takar.
Hasam.
I don't know if you've noticed, she has her enemy's ears around her necklace. Yeah. Oh mate, my lunch, Papa Bear, my lunch is 48 minutes ago and I haven't got there yet. But I'm not sure. What do you guys normally have for your lunches? I tend to have a bagel with some chicken or maybe some cheese or cream cheese, and a cup of soup. Well, Cloudbusters, there's certainly evidence that bacteria and simple life forms came to Earth on asteroids and meteorites and so on. That's an absolute fact. And certainly in what was the primordial soup, which the initial aspect of the conditions needed to create life, that certainly would have sparked them. As for whether or not later more advanced creatures arrived and seeded in their image, well, there's no evidence of that whatsoever, but it's, I think, a fairly plausible theory. Ice cream for lunch. Haze, how are you, PH? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. And why not indeed? Why not indeed? Looks like Takar's having a bunch of berries for his. No great meal there for him. Geek to Sneak, how are you, my friend? Good morning to you too. Good morning or good afternoon, depending where you are on the planet Earth. Great to see you. Thanks for joining, guys. Even if you're just passing through, it's very good to see you. Hope you're having a good day, or you're about to have a good day, because of course, yes, you're just waking up across the states, aren't you? So I am playing, as you probably guessed, as I think I said it in the title, Far Cry Primal, which has been available now for a few hours on Stadia. It's in your account already if you have Ubisoft Plus. Do you like the way I've faded me in, the camera, into the screen? It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Hello and goodbye. Enjoy your lunch, Papa Bear. Thanks for joining, my friend. I tell you, another thing I love about this game is it's not high pace. It's you can really explore and enjoy the kind of whole premise of living 10, 12,000 years ago. Yeah, 12,000 years ago. Interesting. Cloudbuster's not really been following it much, to be honest with you. I've seen the odd headline and what have you. We've got a case in the UK as well between a couple of minor celebs that follows not the same route because they weren't married, but there's all that going on, and I just think, you know what, best of luck. There's too much heavy stuff going on the planet to worry about the lives of minor individuals. I think I'm right in saying the game is set in Eastern Europe, 12,000 years ago. So what would today be? I would say probably, well, possibly even Ukraine, in fairness. That would be ironic, wouldn't it? But certainly Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, around those kinds of areas, which was, even to this day, there are wolves and bears and deer and animals that have been driven into extinction, certainly in Western Europe, certainly in my country. Yeah, exactly that, Purple Haze. I was saying that earlier. They really do. Of course, they didn't have a lot to go on for this period, but they still did a huge amount of research. This is an enemy of ours. This is probably where we deviate the most from historical fact. We've got to creep up and take this dude out. And job done. See what he's got there. Flint. Oh, hello, jackal. See, all of these animals, at some point or another in the game, you can tame them, and you have to kind of collect them. I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure whether the whole animal thing has kicked in yet, but we do have some new skills, and we've got one skill point. So, primitive heal, hold Y. I thought we already had that one unlocked, actually. Maybe we didn't. Hold Y to manually heal 1 health bar. More healing options are in the food menu. Hold Y to heal yourself while sprinting. I think the game pauses while you're in the menus as well, a bit like Valhalla does the same thing. Hold Y to heal yourself while sprinting with L3. That will come in handy over time. And then gain a health bar. Right, I'm going with the gain a health bar. think we can do that. We can have up to 6 of those. Yep, learn that one. So that's given us an extra health bar. Zero, most civilizations have believed in some form of an intelligent design. Now, whether that's a god or something a bit more esoteric, who knows? As they say, there is more in heaven and earth, Horatio. We certainly have a lot. We're learning every day. Multiverses and quantum string theory, and we know absolutely diddly squat. We don't even know. We've not even explored 90% of the earth if you include water and the seas. So, I mean, you know, what do we know? Any theory is an option. Did I search these dudes? I didn't search this dude. Flint. Okay. So we've got to find and gather green leaves for medicine. I've got a wolf coming. So you constantly, Captain Caveman. How's it going, Cloudy? Good to see you, my friend. Good morning to you too, sir. Hope you had a great sleep. I didn't. I just can't get any sleep these days. It's not good. It's no good for your constitution. Right, what's attacking me? A wolf. Oh, a nasty, hairy-backed wolf as well. Luckily, we've got that extra health bar. Where is he? There he is. He's going to jump. No! No! So, yeah, it's kind of a safe survival game in the sense that you do have to do all of the stuff you do in a survival game, but you won't die after 5 minutes. You won't run out of time like you do in a survival game. Right, where's he gone? I didn't kill him. He's either gone away for a bit to lick his fur, or he's going to come back at us. All right, there's those jackals. We took them out. They were easy enough. So we've got to find this medicine stuff, which is going to be... There you go. There's a bit of it, I think. Pick green leaf. That's 1 of 4. There's that wolf lady sneaking back up. Come on, mate. I'm ready for you. Let's just heal ourselves with a bit of meat. He's not sure, is he? He's not sure. There you go. You should have stayed away while you had the opportunity. Hey, Martin. How are you, buddy? You're at work. Walking to your bus from work. Awesome. Awesome. I hope you had a good Constitution Day, or whatever it was called yesterday. Oh, Cloudy, it's a million... It's not. Oh, it's in a completely different planet to Lost Ark. It's just a superb game. And also, it has a story. I mean, it's like any Far Cry game. You know, you can explore the world and not get involved in the story if you don't want to. But there's a definite story, and there's a huge amount of progression. You can tame... Ultimately, you can tame some amazing saber-toothed tigers and bears and stuff, and use them to take out your enemies. You can ride the back of a saber-tooth like a horse. You get an owl, which you can fly into enemy camps and take out your enemies without ever even having to go into the camp yourself. It's just one of my all-time... Hello, where'd that jaguar come from? Who took out the jaguar? Was it you, Jackal? Either way, we'll have the skin. That's special skin. Where's it gone? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hang on, let's put the radar thing on. Ah, there it is. And the graphics are great. Even the dead animals look superb. Alright, we'll have some skin. Ah, good man. I'm glad you had a good day. That's a big day for you guys in Norway, isn't it? Constitution Day. It's like, I guess, celebrating being the community that you are. Oh, look, there's a warthog. They're always pretty nasty, aren't they? I'm chancing my arm having a crack at all these various animals, though. Particularly as I'm ignoring the real thing that we're supposed to be doing, looking for green leaves for medicine. Let's see now. It was a butterfly, I think. Right, it's pointing us generally over here. There we are, there's some over there. So we're going to have to go... Now, going through water isn't always a good idea. So you want to try and find a fairly shallow area. I think that's some... Yeah, there we go. Some green leaf. That's 2 of 4. So go across. Some blood. Every time you hear something, it's like, oh no. Yeah. Very carefully across this, because you get alligators and stuff popping up. There's somebody's fishing set up there, look. There we go. Grab that. So we need 1 more green leaf, and we can make some green leaf tea. Ah, there's a Wenger. There's an enemy. There's a couple of green leaves, so we can take those. We'll crouch down and grab that. Get closer. There we go. And then we'll go up behind him. And we'll take him out from behind. Quietly. Oh, shoot. His mate's there. It's sorry, mate. Oh, is his? Oh, that was lucky. He didn't see us. Wow. Vicious times. What can you say? Alright, what have we got? What can we search from you guys? What have you got? Anything decent? Clay pot. Got a clay pot. What about the one that you've killed? Nothing. He's already had all of the bits and pieces there. What about this poor old sausage hanging here without his arm? Bones. They could be quite useful. Pack is full of those items, it said, and whatever items he had as well. Right, we've got everything we need, so let's get back to Sailor, and heal her, and she'll be eternally grateful. I think you have to smash these up or something, these river stones. Happy, you've retracted your message. And I can't see what it was because I'm reading chat in OBS. Right, let's get back to her because otherwise she's going to die. And we don't want that happening. Yeah, watch your back. Genuinely, in this game, you do need to watch your back. It's evil things are everywhere. And you can hear them as well. You never know when just around the corner it's going to be a saber-toothed cat or a herd of mammoth. Although eventually you do get to ride mammoth. It's just lovely. I just love this game. And there's lots of stealth stuff. You can, like all of these games, you can go in all guns or bows blazing, or you can plan your attack. I think we set up a village here, actually. Yeah, we do. This becomes our village. And we go around the land recruiting new tribes people. On the 17th in Norway, which was yesterday, Constitution Day is huge, says Martin, Happy Cloud Gamer. While many countries celebrate their National Day with a military parade, Norway's 17th of May is more of a party. I don't know that we have a day that we celebrate Britain. I think we're all so ashamed of our past and present, we just want to forget it. Here you go, got you some leaves. No, you're not supposed to eat them, you're supposed to rub it in, it's medicine. So she's Sailor. Ah, she was making it. She was chewing it up. There you go. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, they don't speak English or any language. You don't get a choice of languages. They speak as an authentic language as the developers could find, which was essentially finding really, really, really old languages and assuming that there would have been something like that spoken, which I think is great. Oh. All good. All good. It's all over. Nice one, CV. Here you go. Have a leaf. They have found, even I think even in Neanderthal, they found evidence of even surgery, of bones being healed and stitches and stuff. Absolutely amazing. We completely underrate the sophistication of these people because, of course, countless. I mean, the Romans came in and wrote their own account of the people they found, which is again inaccurate. And there was no written history from these times. All of it was oral, as is the case in most parts of rural Africa. The history is passed down through generations, verbally, orally. So what happened there? I missed it. We got some XP, and this is our cave. So this is now our. Here we go. Completed a mission, and we've started the process of building our tribe. So we have to go and find, and we've unlocked the map. There you go. We can zoom in. I was saying earlier, I think it's 1080p on Stadia. I don't remember it being much higher resolution, to be fair. I played it on PS3, I think, originally. So, you know, don't. It is what it is. It's a 6-year-old game, for cripe's sake. So that's us down there in the bottom left, and that's our village, and we can fast travel when we've got those little fast travel symbols, and we can unlock loads of them throughout the land. So we can go back there, and we start to build that village by finding people around and about the place. Doesn't take long, and then you might, you know, build up your village and increase the skills and progress and so on. And then down here in the cave, if I remember rightly, there is, oh, that's our bed. It's pretty cool to have a little sleep, actually. Let's have a little sleep. Everything whizzes on. It's quite a nice little graphic as the whole world speeds up. There it goes. Love that. Morning. There we go. And then in our cave, every day we can pick up rewards. So we get materials, and sometimes you get like high-end gear. Not often, but occasionally. And then we can add it. So it tells you the reward stash is a place where extra resources and items are stored for you. Look for that little stash icon on the map. You can access the reward stash in the village and at any claimed outpost, bonfire or campfire. Items are placed here automatically when you claim an outpost, and as your population grows. Sailor the Gatherer will add new items every day as you build her hut, including rare items at upgrade 2. Come back often and take items as you need them. So it shows you on the right hand side what you've got in your pack, and on the left hand side what is in the stash. So there's 8 out of a possible 80, and you've got 7 out of a possible 8, so we can add 1 basically. So we just transfer a single item. Then we've got a full pack of fat, and I think we need fat to for fire and craft fire bombs and stuff. But I go through everything and just go X, just transfer the whole lot. X. You get loads of stuff here. Nothing on that. Nothing there. We've got anything over here? Yeah, we'll add those. We'll add those. Anything down? Always worth scooting down. Often you'll find animal skins as well, and they're needed to upgrade weapons and such over time. So that's the old stash. Every day, once the sun has cycled through a day, you can go back to your stash anywhere and get new stuff. And yes, you can even go to sleep and wake up and grab new stuff. It does work. Good one, CV. Good old Neanderthals. Far Cry 5. I love Far Cry 5. I mean, Zero, this is a completely different game. I mean, as you can see, there's no connection with the... This was a Far Cry side project which I think that one of the studios, somebody just started working on it, and they said, yeah, why not? So here you can go through. This is progress, really. It's a bit dark in the cave, but all these things that are flashing show you, what you've progressed and achieved in the game. So obviously there's 184 collectibles. We found none of those. There's all of these beasts. Excuse the van driving past. 42 beasts to be found and tamed. So we've found the dhole, which is the jackal. We found the wolf. We found the boar. So we've got 3 of those. We can't tame them just yet because we haven't unlocked that skill. But the idea is to try and tame them all. Weapons. There are 24 weapons that you can craft, find, or upgrade. Anything else? 31 outposts on bonfires. And then I think one of these tells you how many missions and stories there are to do. Let's have a look. Progress, there you go. 13 lands that need to be discovered, with all of them with little stories and things to do. So yeah, I mean, whoever said you can do this game in 14 hours, I don't know what they were on, to be honest. I mean, we've been playing now for an hour, and we've only just gone through the first mission. And there's tons of them. Village construction progress. That's this particular village. So there you go. Let's go back and set off on our next adventure. So soon, once you've got there, all of this area becomes those kind of nomadic huts, the man-made huts with sticks and skins and stuff. And then each of the individuals has a request, and you have to go off, and then you have to protect them and do all sorts of stuff. I think there's something up here that we need to bash with the stick. Or does that come later? Well, that's just rude. That was my last club. I think this just takes you through to another part of the world, like a shortcut. You use those things. If you time it right, you can hit them to fall on enemies. That's the concept of those. Stadia Revolution, how are you, my friend? Happy gaming. Yeah, happy day to you. Happy morning. Hope you're well. Yeah, so this takes you to another part of the game, or the world. Let's have a look at the map. There we are. So Takar is the other side of that. That was the cave there. And then he can go off and do his thing. So you can at this point either start crafting stuff. So we need a skill point to unlock these, activate these unlocked elements. Or you can start looking for, there you go, there you go. So it shows you here, tribe population. So at the moment there's 2, there's me and Salia. But as you add more people, so you can go up through 20 to 300 people. And as you do that, you can see you receive extra bonuses, you get weapon resources, you increase the amount of stuff in your reward, stash. And then these are the guys that you need to find through missions and convince them to come back to your village. And as you do, they bring specific skills and new weaponry and crafts and recipes and stuff. It's brilliant. And one of these, I think it's this dude with the wolf's cape on his head. Yeah, of course, I'm covering this up, so you're not seeing the bottom 2, sorry. He's like the medicine man, and he gives you a hallucinogenic, which sends you into the world as an animal, and you play the game or play games as an animal, as a woolly mammoth or as an eagle or as an owl. It's great. Absolutely. Well, we don't know who built the pyramids in Truth Zero. It wasn't the Egyptians. Certainly not the Egyptians that we classify as Egyptians, because they were built way before they existed. And the Sphinx, for example, as you know, has the head of a lion, the body of a lion, the head of a pharaoh. In truth, it would have had the head of a lion, and the pharaoh's head was added later by some vain pharaoh. Demolished the lion's head and replaced it with, or carved it down to his head. So you can. That's why, if you look at it, it has a really tiny human head and a massive lion's body. Because at some point it had the body and the head of a lion, and we just don't know who built them. It goes back 15,000 years plus. And the Egyptians, as we know them, were about 5,000 to 6,000 years, I believe. So the Egyptians, obviously, they were built in the area that is now known as Egypt. But truthfully, how they were built and who built them, nobody really knows. Certainly not the older ones, anyway. The newer ones were, but they were duplicated. Now then, we're going to explore with our club. I prefer to use the bow. Where's my bow? There it is. I think you can cancel throwable. You can throw rocks. Ah, there you go. Primitive heal. So you can, with this, not only can you heal yourself ahead of time, but you can give yourself additional skills. So you can make yourself fireproof if you know you're going into one of the missions later is amongst a tribe of people that use fire extensively, so you can kind of boost your fireproofedness. So speed boosts and antidotes for poison, all sorts of stuff. So you could kind of plan ahead of time. Well, we need to go off and find folk to join our village. Oh yeah, and one of the things you craft soon is a, what do you call it, hook that you throw up at and pull yourself up on cliffs and stuff. But yeah, you can play Far Cry 5 and this at the same time. This is just massive chill. It's great fun. That's a goat. Oh yeah, those things hanging off trees, they have resources in them. So if you see those, you want to go and collect them. Oh, had flint and we've already got enough of that, so we can't be using that. I love the animal sounds as you're making your way around the world. And if you look down at, oh, you can't see it. Hang on a second. I'm going to move me over. Do 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 do. Ooh. How cool is that? You can see now the map. And the map has the little trail, so you can actually find your way back if you need to by following your trail, and that's there forever until you go back over it, I think. I just put myself back over here. Ooh. Or we could choose a different camera. There we go. Now I've got a different camera. This is my Logitech. I'll leave that down there actually. That's not hurting anybody, is it? I'm a little bit lighter. That's all. It's a less quality, lower quality. Right, back in the game. We're back in the game. And that's the other reason I moved me over there, because I'm actually playing away from the screen that OBS is on, and I think it looks rude. I have to do that. Look at the game. But anyway, you get to see the map, so first time you've seen it. Can I climb up there? Don't think I can. So let's have a look at the map again. And we've got Daisha hand, glowing handprints, special. What I think we want is that question mark. And you can set a track. So on our map we've got that up here somewhere. And we'll go and find out what that's all about. 70 feet, 70 steps away. Uh-oh. Close up, you need the club. Arrow's only really good for distance stuff. Question with Ubisoft Plus, says Martin. I could not use my Ubisoft Plus from my PC to add into Stadia. Yeah, so there's a fixed amount of games with Stadia and Luna Ubisoft Plus, Martin. And they're all added to your account, so you can't add more, unfortunately. However, if you get the free version of GeForce Now, I think I'm right in saying that if you've paid for it on Stadia, you can also you can play there, and that does, and you can add additional games because it's essentially just at the end of the day, NVIDIA GeForce Now is just it's a PC, it's a gaming PC. That's all. You just don't have access to Windows or the operating system. So, this is where the question mark was, and we're going to go into this dark cave. They're adding games all the time. Obviously, this one's been added today. And there will be more. They mentioned the other day that Rabbids Party Legend is coming, as well as Roller Champion, which looks amazing. So what I would say is expect to see, is there cross save? Interesting question. So there is with a lot of the newer games, but I don't think that cross save exists for this game, because I've I've completed this on PlayStation and I've completed it elsewhere, I think GeForce, and in all cases it started me from the beginning. But it doesn't matter, it's such an enjoyable game, I don't care. It's one of those games you just want to come in and play. Explore the world. Away from the stresses and strains of modern life. I think I need to get some... I'm going to die. Oof, that was lucky. That was lucky. I survived. What was I talking about? Ubisoft. Yeah, so they're concentrating more on bringing newer games to the cloud, with the older games available on PC. I suspect, excuse me, I suspect that when the Ubisoft Plus comes to the consoles, there will be the older games on there as well, but they'll be limited. I don't know that we can get through this gas. We've got a similar mechanic on Valhalla, funnily enough. So you can be poisoned by bee stings. Oh, I've not had a problem with Valhalla, but Christopher, I've got a video in my playlists. I think it's in my how-to playlists, which may help with that. It's a little bit. Some of the older, newer games are a little bit complicated, but yeah, Valhalla works for me fine on both Stadia and also GeForce Now, but I don't rely on the automatic game saving. I manually save even if I'm playing on the same platform, and that never lets me down. But I'm 100% certain that there is no cross save on Primal for any platform. But I'm happy to be proved wrong. So you can be poisoned by bee stings, snake bites, or by the rot fumes. Some udam, they're the ugly-looking fellas, your enemies. They will also throw poison bombs at you, and poison will drain your health, but eventually wears off. And you can, as we've seen earlier, you can get an antidote for it. But I think at this stage we would die. I might try running through it for the sheer fun of it. Look. That icon indicates when you've got the grappling claw, you can climb up, which we can't do at this point because we don't have it. That's part and parcel of when you meet one of the other dudes. Yeah, I'm 90% certain, my friend, that you can't. I'm just wondering how far I can go before I die. That's okay. Search. Alderwood. Well, that was a waste of a trip. We can get that out in the woods. Quick run. Quick, don't stop. Don't stop. And heal. Right, we have to go back the way we came because we can't grapple hook our way out just yet. So the exploration bit, no, it was the other one. The question mark was just the cave by the look of things. That's a sack of stuff. Spirit energy. Oh yeah, here we go. I knew there was a way to. Okay, zoom. If we zoom out, that's the medicine man dude. So he's our next story. There we are. So we have to go and find him. So we go up this land. If I zoom out, you can see it's not an undecent size map. It's a reasonable size map. So out of the cave, we'll go and look for our friend, medicine man dude. Right. Yeah, there's no ray tracing or anything of that ilk. Yeah, but only for the newer games. So, sorry, Christopher, for Ubisoft Connect, only for the newer games. It did turn out, I found that some of the older ones do have it, like Division. But games like Breakpoint and the old Far Cry's, the old Assassin's Creed's, they don't have it. They're building it in all the new games have it. So that's a point worth bearing in mind if you're thinking, oh yeah, I'll get Ubisoft Plus so that I can play, I don't know, Breakpoint on all these various platforms. You'll be upset. It's a bit hit and miss, but they're getting there. Oh yeah, I don't think bears are really at my level yet. I may have just bitten off more than I can chew. Oh no, I'm not going to survive. I knew it. It's alright, we go back to the last checkpoint, so it's all good. It's all good. Don't stop till you get enough. Oh no, we've gone all the way back to our village. Okay, but we've got some stuff to claim. We've got full of that one, full on that one, everything's full by the look of it. What about that? Weapons and tools, yeah. Meat, yeah. Anything else down here? Any skins? No. So nothing to be. We'll leave it and we'll claim it again another day when we've used it all up. So we've got 980 steps to get to the medicine man dude. Let's switch over to bow and arrow. But yeah, just to reiterate, I mean, the game came out in 2016, which means it was probably developed from about 2014. So it's a 6-8-year-old game. So, you know, don't expect ray tracing and bang up-to-date graphics, but I still love it. It still has a massive soft spot in my heart. I love you, game. Yeah, that's right, Christopher. It's a bit hit and miss, and you've just kind of got to experiment, really. But yeah, check the video out. It's actually, I think, as I'm speaking, I think it's something like how to cross save in Far Cry 6, but I think it works pretty much the same for Valhalla as well. But yeah, I just manually save it to the cloud. This is the key. So go up to your save and do a little cloud save, and then go back over to your other platform and load it from that cloud save, and you're good to go. And then the two of them then should be in sync, and it'll be easier moving forward. But it definitely works. I play it wherever there's Ubisoft. Well, I've only got GeForce and Stadia, or PC, but I don't bother to download the games. Why do that when you're in the cloud? Right, it's daytime, so we're halfway to the medicine man dude. I can't remember what that fire was actually. What was that icon again? Remind me, game. Nakuti Bonfire. Claim this. Yeah, so that then becomes a save fast travel point. So I think there'll be a couple of those dudes. The thick eyebrowed fellas will be there. We have to take them out, and then it becomes a bonfire that we own, and we can fast travel to there from the village, and that will be our checkpoint, I guess, from whence we die. I don't know how many arrows I've got. I forget how you can find that out. Is that... No. Oh, hang on, what's that? Oh, there's your animals. See all the animals that you can tame to become your animals, all the way down to cave... Oh, I'm being attacked. Oh. I love the way they retreat, get their bravery back. Did it with an arrow. Right, we're on the trail of our medicine dude. Right, we found the bonfire, so we just have to set fire to it. Sometimes there's other folk around it that we need to get rid of, and there it is up there. And other times we just claim it. It's by setting fire to it. And then in the camp, it has a place to rest, so you can go through a day-night cycle. It has stash that you can collect and other bits and pieces. So let's see, what do we do to set fire to it? Not that one, not that one, not that one. Which one of these was it? Oh, don't throw it. There we are. Set fire. There it goes. And that's become ours now, so we can come back here if we die, or we just need to go somewhere into the world. You can even go round from thing to thing and grab your resources, particularly later when you need certain resources to progress. You sort of like try going around all the various fast travels, sleeping, waking up, unlocking your stash. They're all different. So when you claim a bonfire or enemy outpost, you unlock a new fast travel point, as we've said. You can also fast travel to your village from here to build or upgrade huts. Fast travelling anywhere in survivor mode, which we're not in, costs meat. So there's the survivor mode, I think, was a relatively new addition. So if you do want a bit more of a challenge, you can run it as a survival game. To fast travel, press that button and select the map, and then do all the other obvious things. So we don't need to keep reading all that. There we go. There's our stash. See if there's anything in here that we don't have. We've got that. Oh, need one of those, so we'll whack that on. We've got everything else, I think. Yep. Oh. We've just added some villagers by the look of things. Just by activating the camp, which is pretty cool. Sometimes you set them free when they're being attacked by enemies. Other times, you have like your key people that we're doing on this mission. The main missions are to get these key people. They bring special skills and stuff. And then on your travels, you free people, and they go and join your tribe as well. And I think if you do certain things, it adds more people. That's how you get up to 300. Okay, let's switch over to a bow and arrow, because I just spotted some of these dudes. Yes, a couple of decent headshots. Sometimes their friends are down hunting and they suddenly come running up at you, so you have to watch out. Pick up your arrows and whatever else they were carrying. It's a very bloody arrow. Oh, they were skinning a wolf, so we'll have their kill. Background story of the game is that you have become separated from your tribe, set 12,000 years ago, Martin, in, as far as I'm aware, I think Eastern Europe. as we know it today. Look, there's a woolly mammoth. Look at that. So, yeah, I agree, Dylan, and good day to you, sir. Not a lot of games. I love this game. I've always loved this game. I think this is probably my third playthrough now. But we've got a couple of woolly mammoth, mastodon, or hairy elephants. We've got to get to... Where's our dude that we've got to get to? Where is he? He's up there. So we can avoid these for now. There's a documentary. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or whether it's part of the game at the end, or it's like an extra, where they talk about the research they did. And it was exhaustive to try and, it's obviously prehistoric. There is no written history. And archaeology is fairly scarce. Talking as the father of an archaeologist who specialises in Neolithic, funnily enough. Alright, he's down this cave here. Our young man. We'll grab his resource bag. But yeah, I absolutely adore this game. Yeah, and you basically build your village up, Martin, by populating it with skilled individuals from around the land. But there's more to it than that. I mean, there's enemies that you have to conquer. And there's very much an end game. Primo was saying earlier that it said somewhere that it's 14.5 hours to play the game, but I think I remember it taking me a lot longer than that if you fully immerse yourself in it. Look at this dude.
Waita Walshnar.
Walshnar. Tinsai Hasam. Balsayu Yikala. Hars. Nasas. Ti.
Nice. Don't not waste on, mate. Throw it on the Barbie.
Tinsai.
Nay. Nay. Jassar. Jassar da.
Yeah, I'll teach you.
Jassar. Ashayu Baja.
Drink.
Uguifas wasnas pavi.
Strawberry jam.
Upavi takar. Upavi.
This might be how we unlock our companion owl. I'm just trying to remember. Because I think it's that dude. It's great when you've got the owl and you can survey the area. Yeah, we are the owl, I believe. Or we do become the owl. Vision of beasts. So he's given us a bit of an hallucinogenic. There's our owl. Beautiful. Thanks, Zero. Yeah, it's OBS 14. I think it's 1440. I try and stream games on OBS if I can at a higher level, but the talk show stuff's done with Melon at 1080. I don't think I didn't. I wasn't following. I was looking at the chat. It's all right. We start again on that same place. And we have to follow the owl, and once we've completed that journey, we have an owl as a companion that we can send around the place. Here he goes. Fly. There we go. I mean, I think Ubisoft have got to be my favourite studio. There aren't many games of theirs that I've not been a fan of. What day is it today? Wednesday, isn't it? Lose track of time. It's all right, no problemo. There's the owl again. So you do this several times, this kind of hallucinogenic thing, and at one point you become a woolly mammoth, and that's really cool. Yeah, later in the game.
Nice.
Down we go. Try and keep up with him. Where'd it go? Wow, there's mammoth. Mammut. As you say in Norway, I believe, Martin, is it mammut? Yeah.
Did you remember when this?
Well, yeah, at some point.
Oh right. Oh, I thought you.
No, there's no urgency.
Oh right.
It's down
okay.
to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay.
There was no time.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just nipping Phil's bread and milk up a minute.
Okie dokie. See you later. Oh, look at these cats. Wow. So you're a kind of animal spirit, so they don't bother with you. You can just kind of interact with them. There he is.
Dush, dush.
There we are. We've tamed him. He's ours now.
Umi fakwi, jau sumuha.
Awesome. And the medicine man's going to join us as well in our village, so it's all good. Everyone's happy. I'm just going to bear with me.
Farana bandeta.
Supnia.
Na subnia. Tabaran sayu warbetikala.
Guarbati.
Shras. Uhay guarbeti. Ubargo sayu tusidaha. Usay tiyudi yaugadaha.
Whoops.
Guarbeti. Faran habandata. Kubalsan guar
Beastmaster.
Ulaukawal waida walkwaswang. Aiwa
There
si
we go.
barbasayu. Tushida hamagata.
Now I'm looking at the game. That's how it should be. Talk.
Tum yauga.
Join me.
Minjara nartar lajarsh.
Tilauka sakwam. Musan
Mammut.
jausman.
See, I got the old lingo, Martin. I know these. I know Norwegian words. Norvège. Right, what's that? What are we looking at? Why is the... Oh, we've got to go somewhere else. Okay. So he does come. I mean, I think he sends us off to do something like achieve a task, and then he's like, oh, all right, then I'll come and live with you in your cave. But let's have a quick look at the map. So we have to go down there, kill the invaders and save the captured Wenger. So I say down there. Where's he gone all the way up there? Find the wolf den and tame the white wolf to fight by your side. Yes, our first animal. See, it all kind of unfolds as you go. It's great. I hope I've sold it enough. Love it. How do I get out to this cave? Let's pick up his bones. I can't remember how I leave. There was a search there. I'm trying to get it back up again. Oh, there it is. Oh, must have been down there. Right, so exit. There's no exit there, surely. Ah, good stuff, Zero. Yeah, honestly, definitely if you've got Ubisoft Plus, because obviously it's free, it's in there as part of your account. It'll just be there. You won't need to claim it. Just go, it's there. You have to scroll down a bit in your library, but you'll find it. But if you don't have Ubisoft Plus, I would honestly say just wait a week or two and it will drop in price. It's about $30 at the moment, and I think it should be half of that at worst. So just hold off a second, I'd say. Wait for the next Ubisoft sale. There's always one, as RJ Stadia said earlier. There's always one just around the corner. I'm trying to remember what that little icon is down the bottom right-hand corner there, that kind of stash and weapon thing. Let's see. I think it's... Oh, yeah, it's telling me that I can craft... Oh, cool. So we can craft a quiver to carry more arrows. We'll do that. And we've also got enough resources to craft a spear. So that's excellent. I think we now get a weapon wheel. Let me just see if I press these various keys. Buttons, rather. Oh, there's our owl. Here we go. Woohoo! And she has hunter vision as well. So we can see, and we can slow her down and have a look around. Some enemies down there that we can take out. It says send beast. We've got to tame a beast first. And then we can send our wolf or what have you into... So we could send our wolf. We could look down at these dudes and then send our wolf, which obviously we can't do because we don't have one at the moment. And you'll see on the right hand side there, hey Victor, how are you? Those are like, I think the top one is like a beehive that the owl can drop and then sting the enemies. And then the others are various poisons and smoke bombs and stuff that the owl can drop as well. It's pretty damn cool. And then later you can upgrade her to become a weapon, and she'll just fly down on your command and take them out. Good man. Chilling is the absolute best way to be. Whoops, sorry about that bird. Okay, oh yeah, there they are, there, look. So, how do I get my arrow up? My bow and arrow. I'm trying to remember the keys. One of these, I'm sure, lets you... No, not the owl. One of these brings up oh, there you go, a wheel. So that's how you choose it. And then we can craft more arrows. We've got 16 arrows, and we can craft that better club. That's pretty cool. So if we go back up to, and obviously as you can see, there's 3 more weapons to be crafted, yeah, unlocked and crafted. So we should be able to at least take one of these guys out from a distance. Well, maybe not. Too far. Got him that time. He's obviously got to come in fairly close in order to throw his spear. Got him. We got them all. No, nothing to be skinned. Been streaming for almost 2 hours. That's I think that's a rare thing, but we can't collect it yet. And then from here we can send our owl. Oops, what's the owl thing again? There we go. Flying out across the world. Love it. Just being the owl's fun. How cool is that? And then somewhere around here we were on top of the end there. There he is. There we are. He even looks like me with longer hair. Love this game. That's a bit of Rokk. We'll have some of that. That's a collectible. Yeah, that's good. 1 of 100. 2 more for our next reward. Ron, how are you? Are you playing Elder Scrolls Online? That's a game that I really need to spend some time with, actually, because I enjoyed it when I played it, but other stuff has taken me away. Right. Excuse me. That's my blood sugars. I need my lunch. Could hear a goat. Right, so remind myself, what was it I need to do? Skills. We've got some skills to unlock. That's pretty cool. So Sailor allows us to reveal a wider area on the map, so we can increase the map. Over here, old Beastmaster. He's already unlocked the owl stuff there. We've got 1 point, 1 skill that we can unlock. The later ones, as you can see, need 2 skills, the better ones, or I think even higher when they become unlocked. So, plants couldn't give us stuff about plants. That one is heal while running. I mean, it is useful, but I like some of these nicer perks. I think we'll increase the amount of terrain we can see in our map. So it should... not this map. The map down the bottom left corner, which is I'm covering up. You can see a bit of it there. Now, if you love prehistoric stuff and you've got Apple TV, which I appreciate not everybody does, coming up on Monday is a 5-night event, which is a David Attenborough prehistoric creatures 5 documentary epic, all about it's all amazing CGI for dinosaurs, Jurassic. which looks amazing. I can't wait for that. And dear old David Attenborough, he's well into his 90s now. He's just an absolute legend. World's not going to be the same when he's left. Never mind a platinum jubilee for the Queen. We need one for David Attenborough. I'd say he's done far more for the world. Nice. Uh-oh, the night's a dark and dangerous place. Visibility is low and more predators come out to hunt. Explore at night to find unique animals, plants and collectible items. And of course you can set fire to your weapons and stuff as well. It is getting dark. That's quite correct. We've got to go up here and get the wolf, unlock the wolf so that it becomes our companion. So we'll set him there. Now you can create camps and little campfires and sleep by them, I believe. Just can't remember how to do it. Oh, no, I didn't mean the owl. So hold that down. And yeah, I can't remember. It's a special skill. We may not even have unlocked it yet. Ah, yes, Jurassic World Evolution 2. It was out on GeForce Now, I believe, and Xbox Game Pass, Martin, which is where you're probably playing it. It's a good game. I've played a little bit of it, not recently. That noise isn't the game, by the way. I think it's somebody outside doing some building work. Just trying to remember my skills for setting fires and stuff, crafting. Let's have a look. A guts bag, nice. Maybe I thought it was a fairly early skill. Let's have a look. Healing, hunter vision, stealth, fire. Oh, we do have it. So use hardwood to light campfires. Set your weapons on fire. All right. So have we got enough? Have we got enough hardwood? I suppose that's the thing. Crafting pack. So we need the pack, and we're looking for hardwood. Well, we've got 27 of whatever that is. What about over here? Craft weapons. Weapons. I think that's all we need. Let's have a look at what this is. Rare plant root. Hardwood. Okay, so we've got enough hardwood. So how do we set fire to it? How do we create a fire then? Uh-oh. Looks like an ominous creature. It's a bear. They're nasty. If hardwood, I can set it on fire, but I want to set fire to sticks. That's not going to work. There is a way. You have to literally set the camp by placing... It's not that. Placing some wood down and then it sets fire to it. I mean, the creatures won't come near you when you've got your club on fire, but they don't stay on fire for very long. Oh, hang on. What's this up here? Oh, here we go. We're actually at a camp. This dude's not having it, look. He's not accepting the fact that I'm carrying fire. Come on, bro. Give a primitive fellow a chance. All I need to do is set fire to that fire, and I think I'll do him. Right, let's give him some fire. Even if it kills us. Which it did. couple of days ago, I started playing Life is Strange, another great game before the storm on Stadia. That game has some technical... Oh, does it? Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. That's the prequel, isn't it? I haven't actually finished that. I started it. Right, we can light this. There we go. So you have to find a place with a campfire. That's all right. That's what we wanted to do anyway. Why am I on fire? And then we can rest. Or we can't rest during combat. Oh, is the bear still around? Let's grab our stash. We need some more wood. Lots of wood. We need a bit of fat. Needed to use that for lighting the fire. Don't have any of that. Got plenty of that. Plenty of that. Bit of that. That's it. So we've replenished our wood, so that's cool. So if we just sit here by the fire, we'll be good anyway. For now. Has the animal gone? If it has, we can rest. Yeah. So we can rest until dawn. Good old dawn. No worries, Martin. I'm going to have to finish soon anyway, my friend. It's coming up to... I've just tripped over 2 hours of gameplay, and it's very late for me, not having had my din-dins. So I'm gonna... We actually should have some more stash now as well. So yeah, I'll be breaking in a second. Don't think there's anything new here that we didn't already have in our stash, so that remains unused. Careful with the mushrooms, by the way. Remains true today, as it did then. So who's that in the tracker thingy? When's your event? Oh, it's a rescue. So if we get there in time and rescue the folk by killing the dudes, he will join our village and we get extra points. So that's one. We've got another one here. What you have to watch out for is these guys have sometimes they have friends around you that you haven't spotted. Right, now we go back and release... Where is he gone? There he is. If we release him now, he then joins our village, basically, I think. Yeah. There we go, so he's joined our village. You're more than welcome, my friend. Let's have a quick look at our village, actually, and see how we're progressing. Where was it? Village. Skills. No. Crafting map. How did I get the village up earlier? Oh, I'll go down to the village. There we go. So we've got 6. So we started with 2 a little while ago. We've now got an extra 4. We've got to get to 20 to unlock 1 bag of weapon resources, and food will be sent to our reward stash each day. So we've got to go some. But yeah, you know, the more you do stuff, the more people think, oh, there you go. Another one just joined. I think if we stop this dude... Oh, is this the dude we just rescued? He's heading off to our village. See you later, mate. Take care. Let's get some wood. We're 79 steps away, 73, 60, from our task where we've got to tame the wolf. And if I remember rightly, we have to throw some meat to get him on side. But once tamed, that wolf becomes our companion. Beastmaster. Find the wolf pack leader and tame the beast to fight by your side. Look at those heads on the spikes. Well, I don't know. If you found issues, then I don't think it's an issue. I think more importantly, it's... I'm trying to think, who is it? Who are we talking about? I can't remember who did the game. And most important thing is to let the developer know, because I don't think Stadia have any great control over it. Take care, Martin. So we've got to call the owl, and then we can tag our enemies, and then we get new owl abilities. So let's get the owl up and start looking for the wolf. wolf leader, which I think is indicated too by this thing anyway. They're all coming into... Ah, so there's a village here. I'm not too worried about the village. I want to find the wolf. But it does at least show up on our map, so we know to watch out, not to accidentally wander. Now, I think anyway the wolf is in a cave, if I remember rightly, and we have to tempt him with some meat, which I think we've got. We'll just check in a second. Let's have a look. We've got any meat in our pack? Yeah, got loads of meat, so that's good. We need to give him some meat. Let's use our radar. Here we go. But that's enemies though. That's got nothing to do. Oh, kill the Udam wolf hunters. Ah, okay. So once they've been killed, we can then find the wolf. Oh, crouch. Trying to remember. They've each got a little icon, which is their arrow fell short, that's annoying, which is their sort of skill. But for the life of me, I can't remember what the lightning dude does. Oh, these are firing arrows as well. Stop moving. Okay, that's that one taken care of. And there's the other one gone. There it is. Quickly heal. And once they're dead, there he goes. Now, I am actually playing this on easy, to be fair, because life's too short. But obviously you can increase the difficulty level so that it makes them much harder to kill. Right, so hold LB, left button, to open the weapon wheel. Yep. And then grab some bait. There we go. So, grab some bait. And then use R3 to get your hunter vision going. There we are. Investigate the wolf. There he goes. Up here. Wow, look at that elk. Look at the antlers on that puppy. Oh, mate, your lucky day. I'm not looking for elk. Giant elk at that. Where'd the steps go? Ah, up here. One Shanti. Yeah, he's over there. Let's see him. The white wolf. So craft bait, which we did, and throw bait with RB to lure beasts. When the animal's eating, approach it slowly and hold X to tame the beast. So there's our bait. We have to oh no, I threw two. Yeah, he's gone for it. Approach quietly while he's noshing. Tame the beast. It's alright, buddy. Come to daddy. Yes, we've got the white wolf. He's now our dude. Look at him. Awesome. And we can now send him in to kill stuff and protect, and he protects us. So you can order your beast to attack a target or go to a location. Aim with left trigger, then press right bumper to issue a command. When your beast's wounded, approach it and heal it. Just give it a bit of meat. If your beast dies, revive it from the beast's menu or tame another one in the world. It's great, isn't it? What a lovely game. We'll pick up that bait. I know, it is cute. He's a lovely little fella. We'll have the skin of his friend. But he'll protect you. So if you're kind of wandering around the world, as you do, and something comes up at you and you haven't spotted it, you turn around and see your wolf mate. Here he comes. He never leaves us. Your wolf friend is protecting you. And then as you tame bigger beasts, if we have a look at the beast menu, there we go. So we've got the wolf up here. And you'll see that we can tame all of these, and they've all got different strength, speed, stealth at that level. And as you come down, the increases. So you end up with these down the bottom here, which just look at that obscene strength, speed, stealth. They're like massive, awesome. So we've now got the owl and we've got the wolf. So we're on a roll. So I could send the beast in, if I can remember how to do it. It's not that. Oh, I threw bait at him. Sorry, I wanted to get the wolf in, but I forgot what it was. There you see. So the wolf's gone off, and he's seen a dude, the enemy. There you go. See, he was creeping up on us, and the wolf took him out. Open the beast menu to see all your tameable animals, which we just did. From this menu, you can select a beast to call, or you can dismiss your current beast. Some Beastmaster skills allow you to tame new beasts, and then I'll eventually ride them, and it's just great. So he's a bit injured, just a little bit. So we'll let him eat the human. Look at him. You just tuck in, my friend. You'll get his health back. We'll give him some meat anyway. Off to the coal mine. I don't blame you, my friend. Have a great day. I am going to call it a day as well now. We've covered some ground. Hopefully we've given you a good indication of what Far Cry Primal is all about. So you can go off and play it yourselves and have fun. Let me just I'll pet him because you need to look after your animals. There we go. Now, I don't think you save. You just basically quit. And then the game will put you back to the nearest... We've got new skills. Checkpoint. What's that one then? Plants are displayed. Yeah, can't bother with that one. We will go, though, for healing yourself on the run. So that if we're running away from an animal, we can heal ourselves. That's a good one to have. I think... that is, I mean, there are skills, but we don't have the skill points. Or do we? Yes, we do. Oh, we have a skill point. All right, well, I'll have that one then. There you go. We've used them all up. Awesome stuff. Anything to craft? No. But it does show you the materials that you need to craft. So as long as you've got those materials, you can craft any of this stuff. It's pretty cool. Great, that will do it for us, I think. Thank you very much indeed. Hope you've enjoyed that little impromptu stream there. As I said, I don't think you can save, so you can go back to your world and go to a fast travel point, which never hurts. So we could do that, and then we've got other travel points, but it will send you back there anyway when you end the game. So we'll do that. We'll just, here we are, save and quit. Perfect. Great stuff. Thank you very much, everybody. Really, really thank you. Big thank you for watching. And I will see you all again very soon. You take care of yourselves. Stop streaming. Take care. Yes, I'd like to. I've just said goodbye.